Hi friends, so in the previous lecture we saw about the different dimensionless numbers and the types of forces when the fluid is subjected to flow. Here in this chapter or in this lecture we will be seeing about the modal laws or similarity law. So in this video lecture we will be trying to understand what is the modal law or similarity law, and we have already learned that for dynamic similarity. So what did we learn in dynamic similarity? The ratio of the corresponding forces acting on prototype and the model should be equal, which is nothing but the ratio exists only when the forces in a prototype and the forces in a model should be equal. That is, Fv by Fv of prototype and model is equal to Fg by Fg of prototype and model, and Fp by Fp of prototype and model. So everything, so viscous force, gravitational force, here V represents the viscous force, G is nothing but the gravity force, P is the pressure force, S is the surface tension force, E is the elastic force, and I is the inertial force. So when the force of inertial comes in play when sum of all other forces is not equal to 0, which means Fv plus Fg plus Fp plus Fs plus Fe is equal to Fi. So thus the dynamic similarity requires that all the other forces except the inertial force which has to be equal. This is the requirement. In case all the forces are equally important, the above two equations cannot be satisfied for model analysis. So what do? We are keeping the inertia force on the LHS, on the RHS, and what we are trying to do is we are trying to add up all the other forces except inertia forces on the LHS, and we are going to make it equal to the inertial forces on the RHS. So here we are trying to prove that the LHS will be equal to RHS, or we are trying to say the forces in the particular equations when subjected to the modal laws are equal. However, in a practical problem, one force is most significant compared to others, and that force is called to be the predominant force or the most significant force. Okay, for example, in the previous problem we have taken that one force we have taken that the predominant force as the inertial force. Okay, for a practical problem only the most significant force is considered. Hence the models are designed on the basis of ratio of force which is dominating in the entire phenomena. Finally, the laws, whatever we saw in the dimensionless numbers, are we are going to see as a modal law: Reynolds law, Froude's law, Euler's law, Weber's law, and Mach's law. So how do we say, or how do you explain, or how do you define the modal law or a law of similarity? It is simple: the laws on which models are designed for dynamic similarity. The laws on which the models are designed for dynamic similarity are called as modal laws or the laws of similarity. First one is by Reynolds modal law. It states that Reynolds number for a model must be equal to Reynolds number for a prototype. Re for prototype, which has to be equal to Re for a model. So just taking and substituting the value. So Vp by VL, Vp LP divided by nu P equal to Vm Lm by nu M. So just substituting it, Vp LP divided by Vm Lm into mu P by mu M is equal to Vr into Lr divided, that is the ratio, which is equal to 1. So here, where Vr is equal to Vp by Vm and Lr is equal to Lp by Lm and mu r is equal to mu P by mu m, v by mu m. We are just taking this as a common. So if you want, you can directly go from this also. So Vp by Vp Lp divided by nu p is equal to Vm Lm divided by Om is equal to Vr Lr by nu r is equal to 1. You can, if you want, you can able to do like this also. The various ratios for Reynolds law are obtained as the velocity ratio Vr is equal to mu r by Lr, time ratio Tr is equal to Lr by Vr, acceleration ratio Vr by Tr, discharge ratio L square into Vr, force ratio also given here, and also the power ratio. So we'll just see one problem in a Reynolds model. A pipe of diameter 1.5 meters is required to transport an oil of specific gravity 0.90 and viscosity 3 into 10 power minus 2 points at the rate of 3000 liters per second. Tests were conducted on a 15 centimeter diameter pipe using water at 20 degrees Celsius. Find the velocity and the rate of flow in the model. So the prototype data and the model data is what we need to get, and the prototype data. So the prototype data is given. So tests were conducted in a prototype, and we need to find out what is the velocity and the flow rate in the model. So the prototype data is given here. dp 1.5 meters, the viscosity of fluid 3 into 10 to the power minus 2 points, discharge QP 3000 liters per second, specific gravity 0.9, and the density, by using the density, by using the specific gravity, we can able to find out what is the discharge density, 900 kg per meter cube. The data for a model, only one, how many 3 data they have given. Diameter dm is equal to 15 centimeters, and the viscosity of water is 1 into 10 to the power minus 2 points. Density of water, so we know that the density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. We need to find out the velocity and the rate of flow which is enabled discharge. For a pipe flow, according to Reynolds model law, rho Vd by mu, which is equal to rho Vd by mu for prototype, Vm by Vp. So Vm by Vp is equal to rho P dP mu m by, we know all the values, substituting it, getting the answer as 3. So we know that Vp is equal to Qp by Ap. So this formula we have obtained from the discharge. Q is equal to Av. Interchanging it and getting the answer for a Vp. And a Vm, we need to find out the velocity, right? Vm is equal to 3 into Vp. So we have got Vp and we are getting the answer. And the Q, Vm Am is equal to 5 into 5.091 into 5 divided by 4 into 0.13 the whole square is equal to 0.0899. So please make sure that you are finding out for a model. Don't confuse with the prototype. Again, this is the problem. You just try to understand and get the given data and try to solve the problem on your own. A ship 300 meters long moves in the sea water whose density is 1030 kg per meter cube. The 1:100 model of this ship is to be tested in the wind tunnel. The velocity of air in the wind tunnel is around, model is 30 meters per second. The resistance of the model is 50 Newton. Determine the velocity of ship in the sea water and also the resistance of ship in the sea water. The density of air is given as 1.24 kg per meter cube. Take the kinematic viscosity of air and seawater as 0.012 strokes and 0.018 strokes respectively. So here we need to find the velocity of a ship in a seawater and also the resistance in the seawater. So all the data are given here. Please take note of it for both the prototype and model. is given here, and this is the solution, and this is the solution. So when you see this problem, you just try to understand what is the problem is all about, and please ask for doubts if you have any issues in understanding this problem. We will see the next types of model laws in the next video lecture. Thank you.